Yesterday, I found out that my research work on pancreatic islet tissue. Wait. But before that, it is December 2020. We are in the middle of a global pandemic, and I happen to be in the middle of my doctoral training at University of Florida. I want to tell you about a story that is at least a decade in the making. It was exactly 10 years ago when a paper in Science came out by Dan Huh. This paper talked about a technology that was engineering a human lung interface onto a microchip outside of the body. This was so fascinating to me, and this technology in the field is referred to as tissue chips. Tissue chips is exactly as it sounds. It's about replicating a specific human interface onto a microchip outside of the body. Its uses are in the field of toxicology and pharmaceutical drug development. And outside of the pharmaceutical industry, it has also found its use into basic science research. Now, funny thing is that I didn't learn about this technology until I had already graduated from undergrad with an engineering degree. I even took a job that had nothing to do with tissue chips. But as I did my 9 to 5, this thought kept coming to my head of wanting to make a mark in the world of tissue chips. I would keep asking questions like, how do I start? How do I learn? How do I contribute? To address these kinds of questions, I first wrote a blog on my own website. I don't know how many people read that blog, but it was good enough for me so that I could convince myself that I can make a contribution and have my own opinions about this technology. After many cold emails and networking, I eventually found a volunteering part-time position in Cambridge in Dr. Ali Kadem-Husseini's lab under a postdoc named Dr. Ryan Sokol. He was working on a kidney on a chip technology at the time. Ryan, thanks a lot for taking the time in training me, as well as being flexible in giving me autonomy to work around my full 9 to 5 job schedule. That really meant a lot to me. That was my first-hand experience in tissue chip world. I still wanted to do more. And so to feed that, what I ended up doing was I packed my bags and I moved to the West Coast in California in pursuit of a full-time job in a tissue chip industry. Weeks after weeks, I got nothing. Nobody would answer my calls, and if I did hear back from anyone, they would tell me that I didn't have enough experiences. Then one evening, I get a phone call from Dr. Sherry Stabler asking me if I would be interested in joining their doctoral program at the University of Florida. I thought to myself, but I just moved to the West Coast. Now you want me to move back to the East Coast? And still, there's no guarantee that I'll be able to work on a tissue chip project. After many contemplation, optimism, and even a little leap of faith, I packed my bags again and moved to the Space Coast. When picking the project and an advisor, I insisted that I wanted to do a dissertation project on a microchip technology. This wish was granted when I got accepted into a diabetes tissue engineering research lab, led by the very person who called me to join their program at the University of Florida. So thanks, Dr. Stabler, for giving me that opportunity. This is where my personal endeavor of working on a pancreatic islet tissue chip began. Since then, it's been 4 years of hard work, leadership, teamwork and collaboration, and mostly grit. What a journey it's been. It's been about learning the fundamentals for me. It's been about framing the right questions. It's been about mastering tasks and skills that nobody really cared to master. It's been about showing up to face the problem every single day and learning that by doing that, you get closer to the solution one step at a time. And mostly it's been about trusting the process. And yesterday, I found out that my research work on pancreatic islet tissue chip has been accepted for publication in journal Science Advances. When I learned about this the feelings that I got were of triumphant, excitement. I overcame with surprise, as well as gratitude. I want to take this time to shout out my support team, my family, Priya, my academic team, the mentors that supported me early on, as well as my entire team that actually helped me put this manuscript out in the world. The reason and the mission as to why I wanted to make this video was to convey to the general public that scientists are not as glamorous or the extraordinary people that we think they are. The scientific community is actually made of everyday people like me, as well as my team at UF, who show up every single day and work to move the needle forward by taking small steps at a time. This manuscript is one of the best work of art that I've been able to put out in the world. If you're interested in reading about it, I'll leave the information for it below in the description. This is first of many to come, but it will always be my first publication. And as that, it will always hold a special place in my heart.